What is up, everybody? My name is Aaron. I am the Brick Scavenger. We're back with another haul video today. Look at this. It's a little bit different of a haul video today, though. I don't think there's a single minifigure in this haul. This is all Bricklink orders that I placed to add to the Halloween town and a few other spots in the city. If you guys have ever watched one of my Whatnot shows before and thought, man, what does he do with all that money that he generates from Whatnot shows? This is it right here. I'm not paying the electrical bill with this money, guys. I am just funding my own Lego addiction. So the city that we have is all funded based on stuff sales from Whatnot, eBay, Bricklink, things like that. So let's get into this and see what we've got today, because I'm excited to open this if for no other reason than I can start building up the city some more. That Halloween area has a few spots that are lacking. This is going to help solve that problem. It's mail time. All right, kind of a lot of stuff today. 3 packages, doesn't even really fit on screen, all from Bricklink. Not a single fig in any of these boxes, I believe. But I cut these open as I always do to prevent too much damage to happening with knives on camera. But let's start with this bubble mailer here. See what kind of parts we got. Here we go. All right, you can see color-wise, let's angle this down a little bit. You can see color-wise kind of what we're dealing with today. Lots of browns and greens. So let's start with plates. Reddish brown plates, 1x4, 1x2. We've got some 2x3 brick here. We've got some 1x2 brick here, some 4x4 plates here, some more brick 1x3, some 1x6 plates. This is the kind of stuff, I actually don't usually go to Bricklink specifically to buy this stuff. This is the kind of stuff that I add on to a Bricklink order because I know I'm going to use it for making dirt pathways or farmland, stuff like that, maybe trees. Here's some jumpers. Here's some 2x4 brick. We got some arches. I love these arch pieces for making trees, so I kind of add these on whenever I can if I'm placing a Bricklink order for some other reason. So a bunch of that stuff. This is really the reason I came. Dark green plates. And I'll show you later on what I'm going to use it for, but basically I'm creating a fall hill scene that's going to have a lot of fall colored leaves, and it's going to be like a hike for people up this hill. But I'm thinking some dark green areas for pathways and things like that will look good. We've got a little bit of dark green brick in here. That's most of the reason I came to this Bricklink store for that. Some more jumpers in reddish brown. And then things that are on my wanted list that I just never have enough of. 2x2 dark bluish gray tile. You can imagine how often we need that to tile various walkways in the city. I love these pieces for 2 reasons. One, they make good cobblestone kind of circle rocks, but these are tiles with the hole in the middle, and they actually are really good bases for putting palm trees in. Maybe I'll show that at some point, but if you turn a 1x1 cone brick upside down, as if it was like a palm tree, stump, the actually top of the cone fits into that circle really, really tightly. And then you can make palm trees kind of nicely attached that way. We've got some of these, I don't even know what specifically these are called. They're like a 2x2 tile, but they have the kind of the wheel axle piece sticking up. Again, I like to use these for bases for trees. Some 1x1 cone bricks. I love these pieces for palm trees. It makes it really easy to attach palm tree fronds to those. We've got more tiles and things for walkways. I've got a big plan for some masonry brick, which I can also show you in a moment. This is going to be, 2% of what I need. I need a ton of this, but I did place another order. I can't remember if it's here right now or not. Some rods. I really enjoyed, if you haven't seen Hocus Pocus, the set I just recently built, they have a couple of fun skeleton cages hanging out of their ceilings. I'm actually going to use that simple build for a couple of skeleton cages to hang for some trees in Holiday Town, or Halloween Town. So we're gonna do that as well. We've got some dishes here. I actually like using these to tile walkways as well. These are 2x2 dark bluish gray jumpers instead of just tiles. The idea there is that it's a tile, it'll tile walkways, but also gives me a spot to attach a minifigure so that if you bump the table, they don't all fall over. And then we've got some more pieces. I don't know what to call these things, but these are another part of the build for the little skeleton cages. So lots of fun stuff there. Projects for this week to work on. I don't even know what to do with all that stuff as we continue on, but let's keep going here. I guess I'm just gonna make a mess of all of this, but we'll just do it. All right, let's see what we got in this one. This is a funny box. Look at this bubble machine box. All right, yes. So excited to find this Bricklink store because man, did they have fall leaves. These bright light orange ones I've gotten on a regular from like Pick-a-Brick walls in my local Lego store, but dark orange is just virtually impossible to find. So I got 2 different sizes of dark orange leaves. So those are gonna go into the fall scene as well. Excited about those. Dark red is even harder to find than dark orange. So the dark red ones I now have on order from Lego Direct Pick-a-Brick, but because they're not on the bestseller list, they're actually gonna get shipped from Europe. I don't know if they're gonna make it by Halloween or not, but it's not October technically yet. Tomorrow's October, so maybe. But at the very least, we've got some bright light orange and dark orange to add to the fall scene there. And then the massive box. I know what most of this is. Let's see if I can just, here, let's do this, ready? Here. So that is not, I don't know how well the color shows up on camera. That is not standard green. When I was building my hillside, I actually used, fairly big plates that were 16 by 16 and 8 by 16, but I had a bunch left over in the bright, is it bright green or bright light green? I think it's bright green. So I think it's gonna look just fine for the purposes of what I'm doing, but what I did not have is bright green brick. And I need the bright green brick, tons of it, look at all this, and bright green plates to kind of make the hillside landscaping look a little more smooth. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. But right now it's kind of roughed in. Look at all this, holy cow. I really don't know how much of this I need. And I kind of went to the store and I was like, well, the price is really good. And I think I got free shipping on this. So I was like, whatever, dude, I'm just going for it. If we have leftovers, then that's great. So hopefully this is enough. Look at all this, good grief. We'll see. A lot of 2x4, but the bright green color, I was really having a hard time finding in my own collection. I think bright green is a color that's new enough that it came out after I started buying up massive amounts of bulk. And so most of my bulk is like fairly old brick because I, was getting that brick for my camp, my kids' camp that I ran several years ago. And then like I said, if you happen to have a few reddish brown plates or dark green plates, I just kind of toss those in. These rock pieces I need for where the train comes through the hillside. Again, I'll show you that in just a second. But they had a couple of these, toss them into the Bricklink order. Again, reddish brown plates. I need them all the time and just toss them in. If it's free shipping, sure, toss it in there, whatever. Some more bright green plates, some more dark green plates. These are 2x3s. I really like having different colors of green that kind of make, a nature scene look a little more normal than if it's all the same monochrome green color. Here's some more reddish brown. We've got a lot of reddish brown and green. You can tell I was fully planning on a fall scene between the browns, the greens, and then the dark orange and bright light. Oh my gosh, more. Okay, is that it? That's it. Okay, so as you can see, I'll hold this up a little bit. As you can see, a massive amount of bright light green, a ton of brown in here, some dark green in here, and then the autumn leaves. It's a lot of parts. So we've got work to do this week, but I'm excited because I would really like to continue on with Halloween Town. Let me take you over to the hill that I've been building and show you that and show you what these parts are all for. So my vision is to have this really fun kind of dark, spooky Halloween area where we've got all these fun kind of dark sets and costumed characters and things. But what that's gonna lead into is more kind of bright and fun fall area. And so you'll exit Halloween Town and you'll be kind of like hiking up this hillside, and we'll tell stories about the spooky happenings at the top of the hill and people have to explore, and that's where the mystery mansion will be. And then you hike down the other side of the hill only to exit the fall area, and then that will potentially lead into the volcanoes and things. I don't know, we're still considering kind of that transition. But for now, if I step back, this is the hillside that I built this week, but it was a lot harder of a build than I thought it was gonna be because I want the train to run through it. So you can see that we've got the Emerald Knight coming through the train. And if you go way back in there, there's a bunch of colors. That is what is sort of the modified Mills plate that holds up these plates. And right now what you can see is that it's just like a big gap between one level and the next level. And obviously all of that blue doesn't look very good. So at the tail end of this past week, I kind of rocked in a lot of the exit for the train to come through the hillside, which I'm pretty pleased with how that's starting to look. You can see that's where I was using those gray rock pieces. I still have some areas that are showing some of the supports, the yellow there. And so there's still a few places right here, look right down in there, that yellow showing. That's where those rock pieces that I just ordered will go in to kind of cover some of that up. And then on this side, same thing. We've got bases showing. You can see the lime green color and the orange and the red and the pink back there. And then down a level, we've got some white showing. That's where all of that bright green brick and plate is gonna go, so that hopefully what this turns into is like a fairly gentle, increase for the hill. We'll use the brick and plate so that I think what's gonna happen is guests will kind of enter the Halloween area here, and we're gonna have some apple picking going on here, but they'll be able to kind of like walk and hike up this hill a little bit, and hopefully it's like a fairly smooth, gentle hike up, and then they can kind of like, zigzag back and forth through here, up the hill, and then same thing coming back down. But if it's gonna be gradual, then I can't obviously have a steep cliff right here, and I don't want that to be rock. I want it to be kind of a steep, a gradual step up and down. So the bright green will go in there to help smooth all of that out. And then obviously you can see some really fun fall colored trees in here. A lot of bright light orange right now because, like I said, I had all of that at the house this week when I kind of got inspired with this idea. I want a bunch more dark red in there and dark orange in there with a couple of greens in there, but mostly I think if I add a bunch more dark orange and a bunch more dark red, that's really, really gonna pop and look awesome. So you can imagine, just like take this level as a simple example. We'll have like a strip of trees going all the way down like this. And then on this side, maybe it's a pathway for people to walk. And each level will have tons of trees. Maybe they zigzag back and forth through some trees, things like that. But imagine at least twice this many trees, maybe even 3 times as many. I don't know how many I can really fit on here. We'll see. But I want this to be a very, very dense hill with pathway for, minifigs to walk through. But I really want it to have a lot of that fall color in it. So hopefully the dark red from Lego directly will arrive before Halloween so that I can get the dark red in there. But certainly now that I have dark orange at the house, I can build some more dark orange. That will help. And that's what we're using these giant Bricklink orders for. You guys have an Emerald Knight at your house? Look at this set. I have the rest of it on a shelf. It needs to get dusted, but that is set 10194. At some point, we're gonna dedicate a month to doing like all the train, and we'll motorize some trains, and we will make this train kind of go all the way around this circle here. And I think it's gonna look great. That's way down the line. But what I didn't want to do was build this hill and have the trains not fit through it. So I kind of have the trains in place in an effort to make sure that they can take the turns, you know, and things like that without getting stuck or destroying something. I'm a little nervous that I didn't do it exactly right, but that will have to be a test for another day. In theory, each one of these big plates could come out, and then, you know, you could get your hands in there to work a little more if something's really wrong. But hopefully, with some careful, you know, planning as this thing got constructed, the trains are going to fit. We'll see. Well, that's it for this Bricklink haul today, guys. Super pumped to get a chance to work on the Halloween town some more this upcoming week. Right now it's the weekend, it's family time, but I wanted to shoot this video and show you guys what's going on at the Brick Scavenger Lego basement. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.